Hey, Senior Airman Gardner here with the 100 LRS. I'm about to spot him, forklift some cargo in the yard, and then we're gonna come inside this warehouse and get some weights while the in-checkers annotate the weight.
So whenever we run a CDF, we have to in-check the cargo first. That's where everything begins for us, is we have to in-check it. When the cargo arrives, we have to have the increment monitor, which is the person who is responsible for any updates, any paperwork, any corrections that may need to happen. And they're also there with us to inspect the cargo for anything that needs to happen.
So right now I'm just showing you some simple spotting procedures to pick up the cargo. Go ahead. And then we got the cargo, the ICU, and then we're gonna bring it inside for the weights.
After the in-checking, we turn it over to manifesting. And our manifester will go through CMOS, process it, and assign it to a manifest along with the mission that's gonna be going on.
So now that we're in the warehouse, I'm gonna back him up and then spot him towards the weight scale. But before we do that, raise the forks so I can check underneath the ICU for any corrosion or any damage. Check throughout underneath. And then once everything's good, I'll tell them to lower it. And then spot them towards the weight scale. Just get aligned with the scale. One more. And then stop and side shift to the left. Stop. I'm going to check the other side. So everything looks good. Tilt. So now the in-checkers will use duct tape and then annotate the weight on the ICU.
And we write it down just to match everything on the document. Be fine. And now he's going to take it back and he's going to set it over there where we can actually grab the paperwork.
Now the proper weight is annotated. We'll go forward. And then back him up so we can park the ICU for joint inspection to inspect the piece.
And that JI literally goes over everything. It goes over whether it's a hazard, it's a rolling stock, it's just a normal pallet or an ISU or a shipping or storage container.
And then once the ICU is parked there, the joint inspectors will come by, inspect the piece. Once it's all good to go, we'll take it outside of this warehouse, park it over there on the correct chalk, and then they'll go on the aircraft.
After it's been JI'd, it then gets ready to be put on an aircraft. And all of that happens outside of the TMO process. We not only affect the mission in garrison, but we also affect missions going on all around the world.